The real story of how the UFC grew to become a multi-billion-dollar sports franchise begins with a 46-year-old salesman in California who makes a living hustling everything from office machines to health club memberships.
I was a classic entrepreneur. I owned a car dealership in San Diego where I did my own stunts.
Hurtling 25 feet through the air is a very big risk. You would not do it. Why take the same risk when you buy a new car?
I jumped off a 10-story building. I got shot with a .357 Magnum. I got set on fire. And then I got dangled from a helicopter. Anything to sell a car. But I also got burned out selling things that other people created. And I was ready to create something myself. I'm Davie, the creator of the UFC.
Having trained as a boxer in his youth, Davie is fascinated by the huge array of fighting styles from around the world.
During the 1980s, in the martial arts magazines, there were articles about who would win in a contest between different martial arts styles. The boxer versus a sumo wrestler. What about Kung Fu versus karate?
My Tiger Kung Fu is better than yours.
I started to think about what I could do in the way of a tournament. And one of the things I discovered was an article in a national magazine about an individual named Gracie.
The Gracie family was a family of martial artists from Brazil who innovated a particularly modern style of martial arts. They called it Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. The statement the Gracie family was trying to make was that Gracie Jiu-Jitsu could defeat anyone, regardless of size.
Rorion learned Jiu-Jitsu from his father, and when Rorion Gracie emigrated to America, he told the martial arts magazines that he was ready to issue the Gracie Challenge.
Didn't matter where you came from or who you were, you liked boxing, you studied karate all your life, come into our gym and test it. And we believe we will defeat you using Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. And they did. They were able to defeat almost every style.
The Gracie Challenge is the clash of competing fighting styles that Davie has been dreaming about. Who better to partner with than this famous family of fighters?
I wound up working right down the street from the Gracie Jiu-Jitsu Academy in Torrance. So I went down and I presented to him the idea that maybe we could do this as a big tournament.
To promote the supremacy of his family's fighting style, Gracie agrees to partner up on an MMA tournament if Davie can overcome the state laws and athletic commission rules that would prohibit this kind of fighting event.
He said, how do we do that? I said, I've got a plan. I said, I have figured out that the state of Colorado has a loophole in the law that will allow us to do a bare knuckle tournament. And I went up to Colorado. I got us a limited liability company for Rorion and I. We called it WOW Promotions, War of the World. So I said to Rorion, we got to raise some money.
And find someone to air the event on TV.
I got turned down by HBO, I got turned down by Showtime, and I got turned down by ESPN. They all said the same thing to me. Are you crazy? There was a company in New York called Semaphore Entertainment Group. Now, they had been doing concerts and comedy on pay-per-view. You know, like the Judds Farewell Tour, Andrew Dice Clay.
Maybe I'll piss on you tonight, hey?
But they didn't have a franchise. I said, young men all over North America, eventually the world, will pay to see this.
Semaphore's executive, Bob Myrowitz, is intrigued by the idea and agrees to a 50-50 partnership with War of the Worlds Productions, joining Davie as one of the UFC's co-creators.
They were looking for something that could be repetitive. What could they do and then do it again and then do it again? And that became why Semaphore Entertainment Group really decided, okay, we're gonna go in on this.
I'm Big John McCarthy. I'm known as one of the original referees and officials for the UFC.
Still ugly as ever. Now, a guy named Michael Abramson from Semaphore, close to last minute, was the one that said, hey, War of the Worlds tells me that this is a movie. This isn't a movie, this is real life. This is the Ultimate Fighting Championship. And everyone went, hey, that's a pretty good name.
The title sticks. With funding secured, Davie and his creative team are eager to heighten the drama of the competition by creating a fighting platform perfectly suited to the UFC's unique style of combat.
I thought about some sort of a cage, but maybe with a moat. We could put sharks in it. Then I had thought about some sort of a circle, and then maybe the outer ring would be electrified.
Eventually it came up, what about chain link? We could use chain link that would keep them from falling outside of the fighting surface. And they put all these straight panels together, it becomes an octagon.
But Davie still needs fighters courageous enough or crazy enough to enter this octagon and defeat 3 different opponents to be declared champion.
My plan was an 8-man tournament, and I said to Horion, can one of your brothers compete against 3 different fighters in one night?
Horion immediately offers up his younger brother, Royce Gracie, a skilled master of the family's Brazilian fighting style, jiu-jitsu.
Royce was chosen by the family, not because he was the biggest and the strongest, but because he was the smallest. If Royce could defeat bigger, stronger men, it proved the effectiveness of Gracie jiu-jitsu.
Soon other contenders like sumo wrestler Taylor Tooley and boxer Art Jimerson are added to the card. But Davie's still looking for the face of this new sport. What he finds is a powerful and explosive fighter whose rivalry with Royce Gracie will come to define the UFC and be its first major draw.
This changes everything here.